Good morning, everybody. So it is 4 AM. I'm having a lot of trouble trying to sleep at the moment, so that's why I'm walking around this town and, I don't know, trying to kill some time or wear myself out because I'm struggling to sleep. So yeah, we've been in isolation in England now for about almost 8 weeks. I think 8 weeks next week, I don't know. The problem with isolation is you just seem to lose track of time completely with everything that's going on. But yeah, I thought I'd finally crack out this video because I've thought for a while now. I've suffered from emetophobia for years, so I'm 25 now, been suffering with it since I was about 19, and I thought it worth finally putting out a YouTube channel and with videos and stuff talking about it and discussing it, because I think it's quite a common anxiety to have, but it's not wild, like, you know, vastly spoken about. So for people that don't know the anxiety and don't know what it is, emetophobia is basically a huge fear of anything to do with being sick, orientated around it at all, and it can be incredibly life-ruling to the point where it can affect how we socialise, it can affect our jobs, how we eat, how much we eat, literally how we behave even in social situations. Some of us might go into a restaurant and we want to sit on a table that's closest to the exit, and we might be really in control of how we want to, you know, run our lives. Like I always have to drive. I always have to have my car with me in social situations, so I can always leave whenever I need to if I'm feeling panicky or whatever. So as you guys can imagine, it's not a nice anxiety to have, those who aren't well informed in it. So as I've said, I've had this anxiety since I was 19, since it got really bad when I was 19, but and my life changed really badly, for the worse really. So I ended up losing a ton of weight, and became super thin, wasn't really eating, and it became really life grueling, but I'll definitely discuss that in later videos and go into more explanation about that. But I kind of just wanted to do this intro video, just to kind of say how this YouTube channel is basically what it's going to be about. I'm going to take a rest. Been walking for a while now. So basically, I recovered from my anxiety and I got better, like 90% better, maybe even more. And I ended up going to the gym, ended up putting on tons of weight, loads of muscle. I'm a musician, so I was performing again, doing live gigs. I went and made an album, and it was just amazing. And I could eat without a problem. And I'm sorry, I'm just under a tree. And yeah, things were absolutely amazing again. And then, unfortunately, at the beginning of last year, I ended up taking a massive relapse, and that was just due to stress of changing jobs, I think, and I've kind of been figuring out the triggers, but unfortunately I've lost a lot of weight again. I mean, right now I think I look okay. I don't look like malnourished or anything, but I personally know my own body, so I know that I don't naturally sit at this weight, even though I may look not too bad. I'm growing a beard, so I had to try and make myself look a bit fuller. But I know that I don't naturally sit at this weight. I'm 73 kilos, 74 maybe, and before I relapsed I was 93 kilos, so I've lost 20 kilos in the last 4 or 5 months. So I've lost weight slowly, but and that's just because I've just been struggling to eat again. However, I've started to eat more again, and my weight is starting to climb slowly back up as I kind of go through this whole entire trying to defeat this anxiety a second time and going through this cycle again. And I just thought it'd be wicked to do a YouTube channel with you guys watching me recover, and I'll talk about how I went through it the first time and how I recovered, and you guys can literally watch my vlogs, of me going through it and a second time recovering, so I can actually show you guys how I'm doing it, and I'm hoping that it can help others in my position as well who are still suffering from anxiety, and they can take my advice, or it can just offer them some comfort watching me go through it, and they may not feel like they're going through it alone, or I can actually genuinely really help some people that generally need it. So yeah, and I think in all honesty it will give me some comfort as well doing these videos, knowing that you guys are watching, and I don't know, I guess it could bring the community of people that suffer from this anxiety together. However, this is going to be my story, guys, and hopefully you guys will stick with me till the end, and hopefully you and myself will actually beat this thing together. Anyway, it's like I said, gone past 4 AM, and I probably should get some sleep. Alright, good night guys, and I'll see you in the next video.